This is part 2 of our 3-part series, Someone I Love Has Died. Hello and welcome to my channel, Grief Process and Care. My name is Martha Beth and I'm a grief counselor and a chaplain. I will present this scenario number 2 and explain why this person may have reacted the way that they did when their loved one died. Anne's husband died from pancreatic cancer. They met in college and married after graduation. He was Anne's only boyfriend. Their marriage was less than perfect. Upon his death, Anne felt unmeasurable heartache and stress. In fact, Anne felt that she was in a place of complete insanity. She was having great difficulty coming to terms with her grief and pain. Losing her husband was like losing a part of herself. When someone loses a spouse, they lose the person and a significant part of their identity. Anne felt like she no longer was able to manage her emotional life. Her distress manifested itself in her lack of clarity and inner peace. While counseling with Anne, she described herself as one who's constantly seeking the approval of others. Because she put everyone else's needs before her own, she didn't have a good sense of who she was. Part of herself was undefined. She didn't really know who she was as a person. This was just one of the major breakthroughs that Anne needed to have in order for her to process her grief. She not only needed to know who she was, she also needed to accept herself as she is. Secondly, Anne and her husband had serious marital problems. She never wanted to face those problems or the fact that her marriage was failing on almost all fronts. This disclosure in counseling was another major breakthrough for Anne. She was grieving over the fact that her marriage was disintegrating. When her husband died, it just added another layer of unbearable emotional pain on top of the sorrow that she was already experiencing over her marriage. Sometimes in counseling, it is important to distinguish the cause of all your grief in totality. This did make her grief complicated, but not so much so that she would not be able to face the truth of her present reality. You can't process and heal from what you don't acknowledge as truth. Anne learned that not dealing with her real-life problems doesn't make them go away. Third, as Anne stopped avoiding her pain and sadness, she began to have more emotional stamina to deal with coping with her pain. She was ready to take steps to accepting the truth that her marriage was less than perfect. Moreover, she was willing to take steps towards accepting the truth about her marriage that would allow her to feel the sadness over her husband's illness and death. She was learning that she must change her thoughts and patterns too. She was realizing that she needed to change the way she thought about her marriage and her life too. Those thought patterns were no longer helping her. In addition, ignoring or bearing personal pain and grief just makes the situation worse. Problems don't solve themselves. It's better to deal with difficult circumstances and feelings than ignoring them. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I hope this information and discussion was helpful to you. Until we meet again, may you be comforted by the thought that it is possible to experience joy and peace in your life.